Okay, Dr. Elaine, here is my reassessment for rotational dynamics. I will be using this and that back wheel to figure out how many rotations it's making in a given amount of time. It's kind of similar to the question that we did in class, but I think this one's cooler. Alright, so here we go. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, let's hope for the best. My wife's going to kill me too. Okay, so that was at a constant 7,000 RPMs. So we will check the time to whenever I actually got it to start moving on the video, and then I will do all the calculations and I'll get back at you. But here's a nice little black spot. And we're back. I've done all the calculations for it. So here we go. Let me get it close enough to the paper you couldn't see it the first time I did it. When I looked at the video, the wheel started spinning at 56 seconds into the video after I was talking for a little bit. And then the wheel stopped spinning at 1 minute and 4 seconds, so the total time was 8 seconds of spinning. The radius of my back wheel is 0.305 meters. It's actually 2 foot in diameter with the tire included, but half that is 12 inches, obviously, and that converts down to 0.305 meters. But I held the bike at 7,000 RPMs for the 8 seconds that it was spinning, and I divided that by 60 seconds to get the revolutions per second, and it's 116 revolutions per second times 2 pi, and you get 233 pi radians per second, which ends up being the angular speed. I'm sorry, yeah, the angular velocity. I didn't need to find either of these, but I wanted to anyway. The linear velocity of it was 233 pi radians times the radius of the bike, or the wheel, and it's 223 meters per second. The radial acceleration was 223 meters per second squared, divided by the radius of the wheel, and I got 731 meters per second squared. The angular acceleration was the one I really needed, and it's 233 pi radians per second minus 0, because that was the initial, divided by the 8 seconds total, or final time, minus 0, and that gives me 92 radians per second squared as my angular acceleration. Now, for the change in angle, it was 1/2 times the angular acceleration times delta t squared, which is 1/2 times 92 radians per second times 8 seconds squared, and it gives you 2,944. I don't know what the actual unit for that is. Sorry. But you take that and then divide it by 2 pi to get the actual rotations, and the rear wheel spun 468.5 rotations in a matter of 8 seconds. And just for shits, I wanted to find the period for one wheel spin, and it was 1 divided by the frequency, which was 116 revolutions per second, and it made one complete turn in 8 milliseconds. So that's hauling some serious ass if it was actually moving, and that's actually not too bad considering it's only 7,000 RPMs. I think redline is like 12.5, so it would actually be a lot faster if I'd held it at redline, but I really didn't feel like running into a pole or anything. Hope that was interesting enough for you. I can always do another one for something else if it's not. Anything to do with the motorcycle I'm actually pretty excited about. Bye.